Hey guys, I'm headed to the gym, as usual, shooting a video on the move. I wanted to do kind of a short little video about my current plan of reverse dieting. This isn't something I came up with. There's been a lot of research on the fact. The person I'd put that I've done the most reading and research with is going to be Lane Norton. He has a YouTube page, which is BioLane. He's absolutely brilliant. He is a PhD, and he uses his talent for good. He is a modern day superhero. But to sum it up best I can, the thing that happens is that a lot of people start dieting by dropping their calories down to a certain level. And once they get to a point where their body adjusts, then they are unable to lose weight any further. They eat the same amount of calories they've been eating all this time, but now the scale has become very stubborn. This is because your body is constantly attempting to adapt to whatever you do to it. If you eat 1,000 calories a day, your body is going to do its best to adjust to 1,000 calories a day being your normal intake, which means that to lose weight, if you were eating 1,000, which it happens, that's very low, but it does happen. But if you got down to 1,000 calories a day and all of a sudden you can't lose weight, then what other option do you have but to drop your calories again to 900, to 800, to 700, even 600? And there you are now eating 600 calories a day, and your body is going, this isn't enough nutrients, I'm not getting everything I need. There's also the big problem of once your body adjusts at 600, then what do? I mean, you can't just starve yourself. This isn't the answer. The trick is you have to do what is being known as reverse dieting. Reverse dieting is not actually for immediate weight loss. You can't say, I'm reverse dieting to lose weight. Now, funny enough, a lot of people do. Even myself have been going down in weight at the same time as reverse dieting. The best thing that I can tell you is that what you're trying to do is you're trying to increase your calories over a long enough period, slowly enough, that your body adapts as you bring it back up. And that means you keep your body at a state of maintenance. In other words, that if you were eating something just ridiculously low, like 600 calories a day, then you'd start, say, on a Sunday, Monday, Saturday, whatever day makes you happy. And on that day, you say, okay, I'm going to eat 625 calories or 650 calories, whatever it is that you're eating. But once you do a week of, say it's 625, your body hopefully has that week to adjust, and it hopefully won't gain any body fat. If it does, then just stay right where you are, keep eating that until your body adjusts, because even if you gain a little bit of weight, what we're doing is we're training your metabolism to speed up. And yes, you might gain a few pounds, and that might be very scary for somebody who's gotten down to 600 calories and worked this hard, but you most likely won't. But even if you do, it's worth it because your body needs these calories. And once your body has time, it's going to adjust, it's going to make that your maintenance, and then you might even start losing. Like I said, most people lose, but I don't want to make it to where you depend on that. You have to be comfortable with gaining some weight. But the thing is that it's going to be very minimal, and it's going to be very useful for dropping weight in the future. You're going to do this where, say, instead of 625, next week 650. Now, if you want to go up faster, the slower you go, the better chance you have of your body adapting without gaining any body fat. But if you're down to 600, man, you might want to start jumping to 650. That's just so low. And once you get to a point where your body is still letting you add calories and you're still not going up, even if you fluctuate a little bit, just stick with it. Don't panic. Don't drop back down. Just stick with it. And the only time you need to stay at a level is if you are going up too much. If you start going up and you're going, oh my God, I'm gaining, okay, just stay there for another week and give it another time, give it some more time. Let it catch up to you, because at some point your body will realize that you're giving it more and more nutrients, and your body's going to start burning again. It's not going to be terrified of starving to death anymore, and you will start to get to a point where your calories are increased, and you can increase them by quite a bit. There are people out there that they were eating in the low thousands that are now eating in the mid 2000s calories. And the thing is that once you've built your body up to where you're burning 2,500 calories a day or something like that. I mean, obviously this is, you have to see what your own body does, but then you can drop to say 2,000 calories a day and lose weight, which means that you'd be losing weight at 2,000 calories a day. Now, maybe your body doesn't adjust that well. Maybe your body takes too long to adjust, and it takes you a while, and you go, I really want to lose these pounds. I'm eating 1,700 calories a day, and say you drop to 1,200. All of a sudden, you are losing at 1,200 calories, which is a standard amount for weight loss. You're not starving yourself. Now, I would advise getting your calorie intake as absolutely high as you can, because it would be perfect if you could look up and say, hey, I've actually been kind of losing a few pounds here, but I'm eating 2 to 3 times the amount of food that I was eating before, which means that days that you decide, hey, I want to eat a little bit extra here and there, it's not going to hurt you as much. Right now, if you're eating 1,000 calories a day, and you have a day where maybe you have to eat with some friends, and maybe you just kind of relax and whatever, and say you eat 5,000 calories before you know it, and you look up and, oh my God, I've eaten 5,000 calories. Well, if you're burning only 1,000 a day, that's going to hurt you a lot more than if you were burning, say, 2,500 or 2,000 calories or something like that. Either way, it helps with every aspect of weight loss. You just have to be willing to do it. So far, my own experience with it, I started at 1,500 calories, and that's because that's what I was eating while I was actually losing weight. 1,500 calories was high enough that I didn't feel like I was starving, but it was still low enough that I was losing at a very good pace. I think most people remember my grind downwards being pretty steady. But then once I got to 1,500, I decided I was going to start bulking. I'm sorry, not 1,500. When I got to 175 pounds, I decided I was going to start bulking and, slowly adding my calories in until I found my surplus, and then I would stay there and put on muscle, because you have to have a certain amount of surplus to add muscle past a certain point. So I was adding 50 calories a week, and first I added my carbs back in because I'd been on keto, so I needed to have carbs back because it was easier for me to gain muscle with carbs. And then after I did that, I started adding 50 calories a week. Well, it was during this time that I actually learned what I was doing was reverse dieting. I was adding them in slowly enough to move my maintenance up. So every week I've added 50 more calories in, and every week I still go down in weight. And now I'm currently up to 1,750 on my calories, and I'm still losing weight. This is definitely something for me, because when I was at 1,500 before and trying to go down, I jumped up to 1,700 as an attempt to try to bring more calories into my life and still lose weight. But at 1,700, I was breaking even some days and going up on others. And here I am now doing 1,750, losing. So it's definitely made a difference to slowly climb up. My hope is that I can just keep adding and keep adding. And once I finally hit a moment where I'm over on my calories high enough to gain weight, I can use that as my bulking. And so I could stay there and I can bulk. And if my calories catch up and it actually manages to break even again, then I'll just keep raising them, which means that I'll either have an enormous calorie budget that I'm breaking even on, or I'll be in a position to bulk and gain more muscle. So either way, it's win-win for me. It's the perfect storm to try to figure out the specifics on how this works. I've got a month and a week into it so far. I started at 1,500, then I think for the first week I added in carbs. I think I upped my carbs for a few weeks, and then I added 50 after that every time. So that's where I am so far. We'll see how in another month I'll have another 200 calories in my diet, and we'll see if I'm still losing or going up or bulking. I'll try to give some sort of an update on the process. Either way, that's kind of the specifics of it. If you need, well, I guess that's more of a broad stroke of it. If you need more specifics, feel free to ask me. I'll do the best I can. I am not a professional. I am only learning about this and then trying to apply it to myself and using my own self as the guinea pig, an example, to learn about it. So I'm documenting this so that there's more information available to people that want to know more about this. There is the person who does co-hosting and things with Lane Norton, Sohee Lee, I believe is how you say her name, Sohee space Lee. She has an Instagram, she has YouTube videos, everything like that. She's very brilliant herself. She is selling a book on reverse dieting. I think it's an ebook, and I think it's $80. And I would love to read this book, but I just don't have $80 to spend on it, especially considering I think I have my own understanding of it. I'm sure there's some finer points and some details that I'm missing. That is why I would love to read the book, but I'm just not in a spot where I can spend $80 on something that I may or may not learn anything from. But if you are curious about it and you want to have a more professional opinion on it, those are the two sources that I can send you to: Lane Norton and Sohee Lee. They're brilliant. You know, you can ask me, but like I said, I can only give you my own personal attest of what I've learned so far. So, or testament, sorry, so my own personal testament to what I've learned so far. So, good luck, and if you decide to do anything like this, keep me in the loop, because this is how I'm learning myself. I don't have a lab, I don't have any case studies. I'm learning as I go, and I need as many people to tell me their own experiences as they can so that I can learn about this myself. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Bye.